This story is about a boy named Aman. He lived in a small village in India. The heat of the day lingers over the fields of sugar cane, and the sound of birds singing fills the air. The sun is beginning to set as the dust settles around a modest house with a thatched roof. The story begins in 1900 when Aman was 16 years old. Aman was never one for staying still. Instead of helping around the house, he loved to roam the fields, climb trees, and run faster than anyone else in the village. But today, something was different. His sister Priya, who was always the calm one, had finally snapped. "You're always causing trouble, Aman," she shouted, her face flushed with anger. "I'm not," Aman retorted, his fists clenched. He hated it when Priya was right. "You're so selfish, always thinking about yourself only. What about Ma? What about Baba?" Priya's voice trembled with frustration. "I don't care about their rules anymore," Aman yelled back. "I want to go somewhere else, anywhere, just away from here." As the words left his mouth, something inside Aman shifted. He wasn't sure if it was pride or anger, but it was enough. Enough to make Aman storm out of the house, his heart pounding with determination. The next few days were a blur for Aman. He had run as far as his legs could carry him, eventually reaching the busy port of Madras. There he saw the ship, a massive, intimidating vessel that had arrived from South Africa. Hundreds of people were moving in every direction, men in turbans, women in brightly colored saris, and children with curious eyes all wander through the dock. The British ship looms large, its wooden hull stark against the blue sky. Aman didn't know much about it, but he heard whispers from the crowd about how the British were taking people from India to work in distant lands. Without thinking, Aman ran to the men who were giving out travel documents. He got his documents and entered the ship. He had no plan, no idea where the ship was headed, but the sense of adventure filled him like a fire. "I'm free now," Aman whispered to himself, his heart racing, free from everything. The ship's belly was like a prison. Aman found a small nook behind some barrels and sat down, hugging his knees to his chest. There were others below deck too, adults mostly, who whispered nervously to each other in strange languages Aman didn't understand. The food was scarce, and the water was bitter. Every night the ship rocked, making Aman feel sicker than he had ever felt in his life. He missed the open fields of home, the warm sun on his face, and the comforting noise of his village. But most of all, he missed Priya. What if she's right, Aman thought, clutching his stomach as the ship rocked violently. What if I've made a mistake? The storm came out of nowhere. The ship groaned and shuddered as waves taller than the masts crashed over the deck. Aman had never seen anything so terrifying. He clung to the edge of the ship, his fingers raw from gripping the cold metal, his heart in his throat. He was thrown back and forth with each wave, his stomach churning with fear. For a moment, he thought the ship might break apart. "Stay strong, Aman," he told himself. "You've made it this far. Don't give up now." It was in that moment, as the storm raged around him, that Aman realized something deep inside him, that this journey was about finding the strength to face what lay ahead. When the ship finally reached South Africa after a month, Aman felt a strange sense of relief mixed with dread. The sun was rising over a new land, casting long shadows over the people disembarking from the ship. He had no idea what to expect. This was not home, and the land felt strange beneath his feet. The British officers herded the passengers into lines, making them march towards the nearby camps where they would be sent to work as indentured labourers. An indentured labourer is someone who agrees to work for a specified period of time in exchange for transportation, housing, food, or other services. Aman felt lost among the crowd, but he also felt something he hadn't felt in weeks: hope. Despite the hardships ahead, he knew that he had the power to survive. The journey had changed him, hardened him, and he wasn't the scared boy who had left home. "I'm going to make it," he whispered, standing tall in the bright morning light. "I'm going to build my future, even here." The days were long and brutal. Aman worked from sunrise to sunset, his small hands blistering from the constant labor. But with every drop of sweat, his resolve grew stronger. He would not let the hardships defeat him. He remembered the fields of India, his sister's scolding, and the ship he had boarded to leave India. Each memory fueled his strength. Slowly, he began to see a new future. A future where he could rise above the struggles, where he could make something better of his life. And as the days turned into months, Aman knew that no matter how hard the road ahead might be, he had the courage to walk it. Years passed, and Aman became known as one of the hardest workers on the plantation. He never forgot his past, his fight with his sister, the storm at sea, or the long journey that had brought him here. But now he had a new dream. One day he would have his own land. One day he would be free. Free not just in body, but in spirit. As the sun rose over the sugarcane fields, Aman smiled. The horizon was no longer a place to escape from, but a place to move forward. I hope you enjoyed this story. It's such an inspiring one, and it is about my grandfather who actually did have a fight with a family member and left India on a ship to South Africa. Until next time, please like, share, and subscribe.